Gray Hollow was shrouded in fog and surrounded by the whispering woods, a forest as dark as a nightmare. Locals avoided it after sundown, claiming to hear eerie murmurs among the trees. Some whispered of shadowy figures, the hollowed ones, spirits of those who had entered and never returned. 17-year-old Emily McAllister, new to the town and drawn to the forest's legend, couldn't resist exploring. Armed with a flashlight and an old map, she ignored the warnings and ventured in one chilly October night. The woods were unnervingly silent, the fog dense and suffocating. Her flashlight's beam revealed nothing but twisted trees and shifting shadows. Then came the whispers. At first faint, they grew louder, murmuring in an incomprehensible chorus. Emily froze when she heard her name softly carried on the air. She pressed on, the whispers growing more insistent. The map led her to a clearing where a massive, ancient tree stood, its gnarled branches twisting like claws. The whispers reached a crescendo as she stepped closer. Emily. Her name echoed from the shadows, sending a chill down her spine. A figure emerged from the darkness. A tall, misshapen silhouette with glowing eyes and limbs too long to be human. "Who are you?" Emily asked, trembling. "We are what you sought," it rasped. "You called us with your questions, your curiosity. You belong to us now." Panic surged, and Emily tried to run, but the fog thickened, forming a barrier. The creature's shadowy hand touched her arm, and visions overwhelmed her, a history of the forest drenched in blood. She saw the hollowed ones, souls bound to the trees, their whispers an eternal chorus of torment. "No!" she screamed, breaking free and sprinting back the way she came. The forest came alive, branches clawing at her, the whispers now a deafening roar. Shadows followed her, their glowing eyes piercing the darkness. Emily stumbled but kept running, her flashlight flickering and finally dying. When she burst out of the woods, she collapsed, gasping for air. The shadows stopped at the tree line, watching her before melting back into the fog. Emily thought she had escaped, but the whispers followed her home. That night, the voices surrounded her, soft but insistent, calling her name and revealing secrets she didn't want to know. Her dreams were filled with the faces of the hollowed ones, their empty eyes accusing her. Days passed, and Emily withdrew from the world, her once bright spirit dimmed. The whispers consumed her, growing louder until she couldn't think. Then, one night, she disappeared. Her parents found her room empty, her bed undisturbed. The only clue was her phone, left on her desk. On it was a single video. In the video, Emily stood at the forest's edge, her eyes